Good day, friends, my dear students. Welcome to my channel. Last time I discussed the basic concepts related to our subject. Today, in this part 2 series, I'm going to discuss the ideas related to the biological development. Here are the learning objectives of our video lesson. First, is to discuss the concepts and theories related to the biological, physical development of children and adolescents. Second, to make connections using knowledge on current research literature between biological development theories and developmentally appropriate teaching approaches suited to learners' gender, needs, strengths, interests, and experiences. This is the content of my part 2 video lesson. Now let's start with the biological beginnings. Biological development begins long before a child takes their first breath. The prenatal period, which encompasses the time from conception to birth, is a critical stage in human development. During this time, a complex interplay of genetic and environmental factors determines the foundation of a child's future physical, cognitive, and emotional growth. Understanding this stage helps educators to recognize that the experiences and conditions a child is exposed to, even before birth, can have significant implications for their development in school and beyond. Recognizing that every child may have had a different prenatal experience allows teachers to approach their students with empathy, understanding, and the ability to make necessary accommodations. These are the stages of prenatal development. Let's start with the germinal stage, that is conception to 2 weeks. This is the very stage. This is the very beginning of life, starting with fertilization, where the sperm meets the egg, forming a zygote. The zygote begins to divide and multiply as it travels through the fallopian tube to the uterus. Once it reaches the uterus, the zygote implants itself into the uterine wall, forming the beginnings of the placenta, which will be crucial for providing nutrients and oxygen to the developing embryo. Next stage, we have the embryonic stage, that is 3 to 8 weeks. During this stage, the embryo begins to form all the major organs and structures, including the heart, brain, spinal cord, and limbs. This is a critical period because the development of the body's essential systems occurs during this time. Any disruptions, such as exposure to harmful substances or malnutrition, can lead to severe developmental problems. Last stage, we have the fetal stage, 9 weeks to birth. In the fetal stage, the baby continues to grow and mature. The organs that were formed in the embryonic stage start to function, and the fetus becomes more active. Brain development accelerates, and the sensory systems, such as sight, hearing, and touch, begin to function. The fetus can respond to external stimuli, and movements become more coordinated as the nervous system matures. Let's have the key factors influencing prenatal development. Several key factors during prenatal development have long-lasting effects on a child's growth and potential. So let's start with the genetic factors. A child's genetic makeup is determined at conception, and these inherited traits can influence everything from physical characteristics to susceptibility to certain diseases. So these physical characteristics include the eye color and height. Those are the examples. Okay, so some genetic disorders such as Down syndrome or cystic fibrosis may also manifest during this time, affecting the child's overall development. Next key factor, we have the nutrition. The mother's nutrition during pregnancy plays a critical role in the baby's growth. Adequate intake of nutrients like folic acid, iron, calcium, and vitamins is essential for the development of the baby's brain, bones, and organs. Poor maternal nutrition can lead to complications such as low birth weight, developmental delays, and cognitive impairments. Next key factor, we have the environmental exposures. The prenatal environment includes everything the mother is exposed to during pregnancy. Harmful substances like alcohol, drugs, nicotine, or environmental toxins like lead or pesticides can cause significant harm to the developing baby. For example, fetal alcohol syndrome, FAS or FAS, is a condition caused by alcohol exposure during pregnancy and can lead to lifelong physical, cognitive, and behavioral difficulties. Next key factor, we have the stress and emotional health. A mother's emotional well-being during pregnancy also influences prenatal development. Chronic stress or trauma can affect the baby's brain development and increase the risk of emotional and behavioral problems later in life. Next key factor, the last factor, we have the prenatal care. Access to good prenatal care ensures that any potential issues are identified and managed early. Regular checkups, screenings, and maternal health monitoring help ensure that both the mother and baby are healthy. Lack of prenatal care can increase the risk of complications during pregnancy and childbirth, such as premature birth or low birth weight. Now, so what are the implications for teachers? So, understanding these biological beginnings allows you as a pre-service teacher to, okay, first is to um, offer empathy. Okay, so recognize that certain behaviors of learning or learning challenges may be rooted in prenatal factors beyond the child's control. Next is to accommodate diverse needs. Adapt your teaching strategies to meet the needs of children who may have developmental delays or physical impairments. This might include modifying activities, providing extra support, or offering alternative learning methods. Lastly, understanding these biological beginnings allows you as a future teacher to collaborate with support systems. So work with special education teams, healthcare professionals, and families to ensure that children receive the comprehensive support they need for optimal development. So in sum, biological beginnings are foundational, and as teachers, your awareness of these